we've gone to our list and then we've got the following. So the area of the whole triangle is 120.125. And then the perimeter of the whole triangle is 53 centimeters. Now the area of the entire trapezoid is 81.405. And then the perimeter of the whole trapezoid is 40.4. So we got everything, alright? Now let's continue. Now, do I remember we got the area of the entire triangle, right? Now, let's say we're asked to get the area of this triangle. So, we need to deduct area of the entire triangle, which is this 120.125 minus this 81.405. So, we work this out on piece of paper and we got let's see what it is. 0, this is 2. 11 minus 4 is 7. This becomes 9, 119. 8, 11 minus 8, 38. Tama ba? So therefore, the perimeter, the area of the triangle na lang is just 38.72 square centimeter. So therefore, ganito yung nangyari. I-color code ko na lang. O sige. Draw ko na lang. This is right triangle ha. Right triangle. So the area of the whole right triangle is 38.72 cm squared. Okay? Let's check with the calculator to see if it makes sense. Okay. So we have 120.125 minus 81.405. Tama. We got an answer like this. Now let's get back to our problem. So as you can see, we're still not done with the problem because there's still many more things we still have to solve. But what about this one? We have a right triangle here. So we have a right triangle here that measures, ano to? 8.8 cm, 6.7. So we can solve for the area right away. So to solve for the area of this right triangle that's in the trapezoid, the medium one, we can just do 6.7 times 8.8 divide by 2. Right? So ganito yung mangyayari. 6.7 times 8.8. Or you can just do 4.4 na lang para mas madali. Okay? So 28, 24, 26, 268 again. Tama ba? 28, 4 times 6 times 2, that's 2, 28, 268, and then 8, ano pa? 6 plus 8 is 14, 1 plus 2 plus 6, 9, 2. The two decimal places. So therefore, that's the area of this triangle. The area of this triangle is 29.48 cm squared. So that's the answer. Let's write it down so we don't forget. Area of right triangle in trapezoid is, ano to? Ano yung kinuha namin? 29.48. Okay? To check with our calculator, (8.8) times 6.7 divided by 2, tama! We should get something like this. Alright, so we're good to go. Now, what about this one? Do you remember that's just the big one? Now, what about this one naman? Now, let's say for instance, if we want to deduct the area. Do I remember the area of the entire trapezoid is 81.405. Now, let's deduct so we can get the new answer. So, 81.405 minus 21.48. 5 is just 5. 10 minus 8 is 2. This becomes 3, 13, 9, 0, 1, 7. So, this becomes 51. So, therefore, the area of the remnant triangle, so therefore, it will go like this. So, allow me to write it for you. Area of triangle in trapezoid. The area of the triangle is, ano yung kinuha namin? 51.925 cm squared. Okay. To check with a calculator, let's see if it makes sense. 81.405 minus 29.48. So, tama. We should get something like this. 51.2925. So, this evens. This checks. Now, let's continue on with our problem. Take note, the problem's still not yet over yet because remember, we still need to solve for other stuff. Like, for instance, what about if we're asked to solve for, ano yun? Yung perimeter naman. Let's say, for instance, kasi po, let's say, naman, if we're asked to solve for the area of this guy. Because we already have the area of this triangle now. Now, we need to get the area of this one. But let's start with the perimeter first. So, kung mag-perimeter tayo, we should play the Pythagoras theorem. So, remember, if we were to look at the right triangle via this perspective, we have this leg and this leg. And we need to get the hypotenuse. So, we need to get this hypotenuse. So, to do this, we need to do 8.8 squared plus 6.7 squared. We should get this answer. From there, we take the square root of this answer. We should get 11.06. So the measure here is 11.06. Let's see with the ruler. Yes, or pwede naman just 11 na lang para mas madaliin. Just say 11 na lang. Para mas madali, just say 11 na lang. Okay? Now, to solve for the perimeter, madali lang yan. 8.8 plus 6.7, you know that's 15.5. And 15.5 plus 11, so therefore, perimeter of right triangle in trapezoid is, ano yun? What did we get? 15.5 plus 11, 26.5. 26.5 cm. Yun yung sagot. So that's our list. Okay? Naka-color code na yan para what you always hindi ka malilito. Okay? Now, let's say we're asked to get the perimeter of this guy. So we got 11, and then this is 9.4, and this is 15.5. So therefore, what do we get? Perimeter, peri na lang is short, of triangle in this one is 15.5 plus 11, 26.5. 26.5 plus 9.4, we should get 35.9. So therefore, 35.9 cm. Yan. So that's the answer that we should be getting. Okay? If I were to do this, 11 plus, yun, 15.5 plus 9.4, tama. We should get something like this. Now, let's continue on with our problem. But wait, there's more. Now, what about this one? Now, let's say if we're asked to solve for the perimeter of this triangle. Here's a catch. Kasi po what you call this, we have the length of 15.5. But there's a clue on the other side. It says here it measures, 8.2. So, we need to get the perimeter of this guy. Do you think it measures 8.2 here? Yes, kung sa tingin mo sa ruler, it does measure 8.2. Now, if we were to get this measure here, we need to subtract. So, 15.5 minus 8.2. That seems like a long equation, huh? And then it becomes 7.3. So, therefore, the measure of this length is 7.3 centimeters. To check with the ruler, yan, 7.3. Now, if we're asked to solve for the area of this triangle, ganito yun. We do 7.3 times 5.3 divide by 2. And when we do that, what do we get? Let's work it out on a calculator para mas mabilis. Okay? 7.3 plus 5.3 squared. We should get 81.38. Take the square root of this number, you should get 9.02 or just simply 9. 9 na lang in short. So therefore, this measure must be 9. Yes. Can you see it? Yan. Almost to 9. Very exactly 9. So this should be 9 centimeters. And look, another advantage, right? Because if we have 11 and 9, therefore this one must measure 2 cm. Wow! What a coincidence, huh? Now we can already solve for the perimeter of everything. Now let's solve for the perimeter of this right triangle in this one. Okay? So let's write it muna. area of right triangle in this one. Remember, the area of this entire triangle is, ano yung area? Ano yung area ng right triangle in a trapezoid? This triangle in trapezoid, it's here. And then the area that we got a while ago, 7.3 times 5.3. Ayan, we're gonna have to solve for it first. So 7.3 divided by 7.3 times 5.3 divide by 2, we should get the answer of 19.345. So that's the answer. 19.345 cm squared. Now, that's the area. Now, for the period of this guy in this guy, we should get, ano yung kinuha namin? 7.3 plus 5.3, that's, madali lang yan. 12.6, di ba? Plus 11, plus 9. 21.6. So yun, we got it. But we're still not yet done. What about this one? If we're asked to solve for the perimeter of quadrilateral, let's say for example, if we're asked to get the perimeter of Q is for quadrilateral in this one. Diba remember ito yun, di ba? So we have this one per in. This is a quadrilateral. It's very easy talaga to get it. So we have 8.2 plus 5.3, which is the height, and then 9.4 plus the 2 cm. So 10.2 plus 9.4, this should be 6, 90.6. And then plus 5.3, 9, 24.9. So therefore, this should be 24.9 cm. That is the perimeter. Then what about for the area? For the area, remember, take note, it's just like area of the shaded region of this triangle. Ano yung area dito? What's the area that we got? Can you find it? The area of the red right triangle in a, ano yun, in a triangle? Yes, it's here, di ba? 19.345 square centimeters. But what is the area of the entire triangle that is found in this trapezoid? The area of the entire triangle in the trapezoid is this. So we need to subtract. So 51.925 minus 19 and 345. We should get, this is 12, 8, 8 minus 3 is 5. Then this becomes 50. 1 and then 3. So therefore, the area of Q or quad na lang in this triangle is, what's the final area? 31.58 square cm. To verify with a calculator, let's see if this is true. Remember yung mga circle namin, di ba? 51,925 minus 19.32345. Tama. 32 pala, not 31. Pero okay lang yan. But at least naman, we still have our answer. Okay?